Another student, Lee, leaned forward. What about the ice caps and polar bears? I've seen them in old YouTube videos. Dr. Valencia played two videos simultaneously. On one side, the chilling beauty of the ice caps from yesteryear's Frozen, a dazzling expanse of deep blue and stark white, where glaciers stood tall, casting shimmering reflections onto the pristine waters beneath. The other side, a heart-wrenching juxtaposition, displayed a barren landscape, with the once robust glaciers reduced to mere patches, the blue waters now darker and devoid of the life they once harbored. Meeting Lee's questioning gaze amidst this haunting duality, she said, "Lee, the tragedy of the ice caps is deeply tied to humanity's over-reliance on fossil fuels." She pulled up a graph showcasing the rise in global temperatures alongside the spike in fossil fuel consumption over the last century. When we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas, we release vast amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases act like a blanket, trapping heat and causing what we refer to as the greenhouse effect. Over the years, this blanket thickened due to our increasing emissions, causing the planet to warm at an alarming rate. Another visual showed the extent of ice cap melting over the decades. With this rapid warming, the polar ice caps, which are sensitive indicators of climate change, began to melt at unprecedented rates. Ice reflects sunlight, keeping the Arctic cool. But as more ice melted, it meant less sunlight was reflected back into space. Instead, the dark ocean waters absorbed that sunlight, intensifying the warming in a feedback loop. She then highlighted the ripple effect of this meltdown. With the ice caps shrinking, the natural habitat of creatures like polar bears and seals diminished. Polar bears rely on sea ice to hunt for seals. As the ice disappeared, they had to travel further and expend more energy, leading to starvation. Seals, on the other hand, give birth on the ice. Less ice meant fewer safe places for them, with compounded effects of reduced hunting grounds, increased competition for food, and habitat loss. These creatures faced insurmountable challenges. Her voice grew softer, weighted with grief. It's heartbreaking to admit, but due to these rapid changes, polar bears, seals, and many other Arctic species have gone extinct in the wild. The melting of the ice caps isn't just about the loss of ice. It's about the disruption of entire ecosystems. Lee, visibly moved, whispered, "I never realized how interconnected everything was." Dr. Valencia nodded, her expression somber. Every action has a consequence. And in the case of our environment, those consequences echo loudly across generations.